It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Boom! Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, six-time world champ, two-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me as always. Want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne wishes, caviar dreams, man. And today we're gonna talk about we're gonna make up some stuff today. All right, we're gonna go viral today. Here is inside the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? How you feel, man? Before we go viral, how you feel?
I'm feeling good, but now I'm feeling a little nervous. I don't know what we're about to do because we've done that before. And you know what? You said things before, and then all of a sudden your phone starts ringing. People start calling to figure out what's going on. The heat, what's going on?
We'll make up something, man. You know, maybe I might say something about CM Punk.
That's what I was referring to. Anytime you said something about CM Punk or Corey Graves, people believe you. You know what I mean? So what do you want to say about either one of them at the same time? You're going to fight them both. You're going to run up on both of them.
Should we talk about Corey Graves?
Yeah, we should talk about Corey Graves.
What do you think about Corey Graves? The situation. Yeah, talk to me about.
You talk about the tweet?
Yeah, the tweet. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, okay. I'll speak from it from a honest standpoint. If that was his true feelings of how he felt, you know that 99, 100% rule that you have. You know what I mean? If you're 100%, you speak up 100% of the time. If you're 99%, you keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
I think that was a 99%er. You know what I mean? I think he probably should have kept his mouth shut on that one. That's my personal opinion. To me, you handle stuff like that. You're behind the scenes.
I talk about that all the time, man. I always talk about that as far as certain things, I don't know, shouldn't be in the Twitter sphere, you know, just because I don't think it's their business, especially when it comes to your job, especially because one thing about jobs, you go to the next job, they look at your resume. You know what I mean? They look at your Twitter account, they look at everything, they look at all of your tweets, you know what I mean? So I just think it's so pivotal these days to, man, like you say it, regret it, write it. I mean, write it, regret it, say it, forget it, right?
Wait, say it, forget it, write it, regret it.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. These days, everybody want to put their lives on Twitter with their followers and everybody to be a part of their lives. I don't know. I don't get that part right there. For me, I'm so glad I'm so disconnected from that stage of life. You know, I don't know if you wake up in the morning with a tweet to the world saying, "Hello, world." Do you do that?
I don't do that. No. I don't do that. But you know, like, and you know what? To me, like, honestly, there's an old Kanye line. I think he said, "Please keep it discreet. Keep our business out of the streets." Right. And I just think that, like, if you got business, you handle that with whoever you have business with. Yeah. You don't let Twitter handle the business for you. Yeah, you know what I mean? Real G's move in silence. And so I think that was a foolish move. And I don't know. I mean, you've seen him since then. How is your relationship with Corey? Y'all good? Y'all cool?
Oh, no, we're not cool. We're not
cool at all.
Cool at all.
You didn't like that tweet, did you?
No, I didn't like the tweet. You know what I mean? I didn't like the tweet.
You told him you didn't like the tweet.
No, I didn't tell him that. I didn't tell him I didn't like it, but I'm sure there perhaps will come a time when I might say it in my voice. Sometimes, you know, my thing is it wasn't my business. He wasn't talking to me, wasn't talking about me. So therefore that's out of my pay grade. You know what I mean? So let the bosses handle that stuff. But my thing is, man, stay off Twitter. Stay off Twitter, especially after you've been drinking. I'm not
going viral, are we?
I'm not saying he was drinking or that, but I'm just saying if you drinking, the last place you want to be is on Twitter.
You know what? That's for sure.
Right.
Or maybe at a gentleman's club. You know what I mean? You might make some poor decisions then as well.
Well, I'm on my way to Atlanta tomorrow. Magic City, the Hot Wings. You know what I'm saying? You know, you go for the hot wings.
That's what you go for.
But you stay for the breasts.
And the thighs. Oh man, we're having fun today. You're gonna have fun in Magic City, you know what I mean? Get some lemon pepper for me, you know what I mean? Bring them on home. But NXT is going to be in Magic City. And also, I want to.
It's not going to be in Magic City. It's going to be.
It's going to be in Atlanta.
It's going to be a center stage. Peachtree Boulevard, downtown Atlanta, GA.
Yo, wait, actually, how dope would it be if it was at Magic City? That'd be a hell of a show. Ratings would be through the roof.
Nobody be watching it. Nobody be watching.
We'd be watching, but not the matches. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on?
No, but I'm excited. Going back to Atlanta, Georgia. Like I say, center stage, man. This is my stomping grounds. Only like 1,000-seat arena. Back in the day, I don't know if it holds a little bit more these days, but I tell you, man, it used to be such a rocking house inside that arena, bro. I love working at center stage. It seemed like we were like the Von Erichs in Atlanta at center stage. I swear to God, man, so many fans used to come out and hang out with us for the show, but then we would go to the dungeon, which was the Ramada Inn, not too far from downtown. And we would all hang out there, man. And so many of the fans, man, they would come to the dungeon, hang out, man. And it became like almost like family members, so many of them. So, man, I cannot wait to actually get back to center stage just one more time, just to see if it's got that same feel, you know, once upon a time, walking out of that little opening, that little walkway. I remember with Sherry Martell and my brother and the smoke coming out, and that little automatic door was two guys actually pulling it from one side to the other, you know, man. But it was so freaking awesome.
Wait, hold on. The Saturday night doors you're talking about?
Yeah,
Every Saturday night?
Yeah, that was
pulling those?
Yeah, it was two guys on each side. They would pull it, you know. That was so freaking primitive back then, but it was so cool. At the same time, I got one of the trading cards when my brother and I, Sherry Martell, is walking out, and we got the shades on, and Sherry's got the Harlem Heat outfit on, just like the black and gold, just like we had, man. It's so freaking awesome, man. You know, so I'm so looking forward to getting back to center stage just one more time.
Oh, hell yeah. Atlanta, Georgia, man. And you know what? NXT, I think, is going to have a big weekend because we got the Royal Rumble coming up, obviously, on Saturday, which we'll be covering on ESPN National Radio. So tune into ESPN National, wherever you radio. Where is it? We got to get our gimmick back. What is it? Sirius XM Channel 80?
Yeah,
ESPN app, ESPNradio.com, all the things. We got to remember the rap here. But that's going to be going down Saturday. So right after the Royal Rumble, call in and we can chat with you all about what's going to happen. But I feel like NXT is going to have a big night. I'm making a big prediction too.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm going to make a big swing, and I have no inside intel. Nobody's talking about it, but this is I feel like going to be a launch pad for a particular NXT superstar on Saturday night for a couple of them. But I think one NXT superstar is going to win the Royal Rumble.
I don't agree with that.
You don't have to, but I'm going to tell you who I think is going to be.
Who do you think?
I think, or you know what? Let me augment and amend that. An NXT competitor in the Women's Royal Rumble will be in the Final Four, for sure. For sure. Lock it in. Roxanne Perez is going to be in the Final Four. She's going to be in the Final Four in the Women's Royal Rumble. I don't know if she's even going to be in the Royal Rumble, but this is my prediction that she's going to be in the Final Four at the Women's Royal Rumble on Saturday in Indianapolis, Indiana. I don't know that, but that's my thought. I also think we're going to see Trick Willie in the Men's Royal Rumble. These are just predictions I'm throwing out there. You know what I mean? If you put it out in the atmosphere, it might happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I hadn't really thought about it. I mean, of course, Roxanne Perez it's almost that time. It's almost time to pull the trigger.
Close.
It really is. I'm not going to say when it's going to be the time or anything like that. But for her to actually be in the Rumble, that would be so freaking cool. Again, as well as to see Trick Williams make that move and get that main event pop. Just for a minute. You know what I mean? I don't know. Of course, I don't think Trick's going to win it or anything like that. That's just me.
Right,
the odds are so stacked against Trick or Roxanne Perez to actually win. Just because. Reason why I say that is when you win the Royal Rumble, that gives you a shot. That gives you a chip in the game. And I wonder for both of those guys, would we want to put them in that situation?
I mean, what better way to launch somebody than on the road to WrestleMania? You know
I mean? No, I get it. I get it 100%. But you got to be very, very calculating when putting someone in that spot with that ticket. You know what I mean? To cash it in, man, that's a huge responsibility for both of those guys. And do I think for me, would I put either one of those guys in that position? Man, that's a hard question to answer. It really is. I'm not going to answer it, but
But how do you know you're ready for the position if you're never put in it?
No. I'm not saying. I'm not saying if you're ready for it. I'm just wondering, being put in that pressure situation, is it the right thing to do at this time? You know, me personally, I'm not going to say one way or the other, but like I say, for me, it would really be hard. It would really be hard because I really know how hard being in that spot really truly is. It could make you, but then again, it could break you at the same time. Going from NXT to being on the main roster, being on a trip where working so many days a week now. It ain't that 1 day a week thing. It's a monster, baby. We got to take a break. You're inside the Hall of Fame, man. Stick around. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
Let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Oh, yeah, man. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Hope y'all got your chew, man. It's getting cold out there, man. You want to get warm. You know what I mean? You want to get cozy, and you want to have the chew ready, dog. I'm telling you.
Especially because I was still laughing, especially about having NXT in Magic City. You know what I mean? Get a little chew with that going on. You got a whole situation going.
We don't want to do that, man. We don't want to do that. But NXT is going to be
all kinds of stuff will get knocked over.
It's going to be off the chains. NXT. It's got a hell of a card for NXT Tuesday in Atlanta, Georgia. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to get shut out. But making big news, the WWE was Jordan Grace signing a multi-year deal with the WWE. I'm so proud of her. Congratulations to Jordan Grace for finally inking that deal. All the hard work over these years that she put. Remember the Rumble she showed up to back in WWE a few years back, and I was like, man, she fits in perfectly. You know what I mean? She checks off every box. She passes that airport test, and now to actually get a shot to actually work in the company. I think that's what this TNA WWE crossover deal. I think that's what it's really truly all about. Letting talent like Jordan Grace get a chance to work on the biggest stage that they possibly can throughout their career at least once. I think that's what it's all about for the young wrestler getting into this business. I always said, I don't care, what company you're in. You want to be a part of WrestleMania at least once in your career. That's just me saying that. You want to do that, for the guys that's on the fence, for the girls that's on the fence to say, man, I don't care about that. Trust me, at the end of the day, that 1 week solidifies everything that you was thinking about or wondering about throughout your career. So I say reach for the stars. And there again, congratulations to Jordan Grace.
Yeah, I mean, to speak on Jordan Grace first, I mean, this is somebody who I've seen grow since, 2017, somewhere around there, when she was coming down to the World Gym Arena, the old reality wrestling facility, for Ladies Night Out. I remember Thick Mama Pump is what they would call her, and I had the privilege of calling a few Jordan Grace matches for those Lady Night Out series, which you can actually still see on Title Match Wrestling Network. But I think that you nailed it. She just fits so well. When you see her on TV, she doesn't look out of place. She looks like that's where she's kind of supposed to be. You said a long time ago about Jade Cargill when she was in AEW that she had WWE written all over her, right? And I echo your sentiment when we saw Jordan Grace pop up in NXT recently. She had the match at the UFC Apex against Roxanne Perez. And then, yes, she was the TNA Knockouts champion when she entered the Royal Rumble. I said, she's got WWE just star potential. She's just a star. There's something about it. You can't put your, what did you say? It's like the wind. You can't see it.
You can feel it, but you can't touch it, but you know it's there.
But you know it's there.
Yeah.
She's got that star potential, and her work's great. You know what I mean? Her work's great. Her looks great. The gimmick's great. Those are the boxes that you need to check. But so congratulations to her. Multi-year deal, according to Fightful Select. She's got a multi-year deal with the WWE. So now that's separate from her TNA run, which we saw her have her last TNA match under a contract with Tessa Blanchard a couple weeks back. But speaking on that TNA NXT relationship, I mean, it was kind of a surreal thing for a fan, for a wrestling fan, to see a press release go out that had the WWE logo and the TNA logo right next to each other. I was like, whoa, man. I remember when that was like taboo, when you didn't even mention TNA, and now they're working together, which just kind of tells you where we are in the wrestling business. But for you, having worked in TNA, being a part of their best years, in my opinion, as a company, and then being in an NXT and seeing now this crossover between the two brands that you're, associated with, what do you feel about it?
No, I feel like it's a great thing. If I was one of those guys in TNA back in the day, if I was AJ Styles or Samoa Joe, Rude, Cheese Mo, if I was one of those guys, talk about Jay Lethal. If I was one of those guys, man, I would be like, man, I'm all in, man. I'm on board 100%. Just because there's a bridge that you have a chance to perhaps cross one day. The door is open for you. Your talent is gonna, speak for itself. It's the only thing you're gonna really think about relying on when you got something like that. Man, am I talented enough? I look at the guys like Motor City Machine Guns, who've been talented enough for many, many years, and now finally getting that shot. Man, there's so many guys over there in TNA that's worthy, like I say, Moose, of getting that shot to come over and perform at that highest level. Even if they're still under contract with TNA, they can still come over to WWE and perhaps, just like, say, for instance, a Moose being in one of the big PLE events, taking on one of the big guns. Man, anywhere in the world, man, that's a seller for me. And I think having that, man, it's worth its weight in gold. I'm serious for those guys being in TNA, man. They should be thinking they're lucky stars right now for this deal, this crossover deal between WWE and TNA.
And it doesn't only benefit the TNA roster, right? Because it benefits the NXT roster, in my opinion. And you can tell me if I'm wrong in this, but my assessment would be the NXT roster is made up of majority people who are learning the craft, right? They're either in the NIL program, they're coming up from the ID program, what have you. They were recruited to be a part of NXT, learn to be a pro wrestler. And they always wrestle one another. But when you have that opportunity to wrestle somebody like a Moose or like a Joe Hendry or like a Nick Nemeth, or people over there the Hardys are over on the TNA roster. Can you imagine Hank and Tank working the Hardy Boys and how much they could learn just in that one match that one crossover night on NXT, it can help them grow leaps and bounds quicker. Iron sharpens iron, obviously, but you only get better if you're working somebody who's better than you. And, the veteran experience coming from TNA could definitely help out with the NXT roster.
To piggyback off that, I agree with you 100%. But who wins the most out of this deal? The fans.
100%.
I think the fans, get more out of this than anything to see the NXT roster end up, mixing it up with the TNA roster, pay-per-views, whatnot, unexpected entries, guys just showing up. That right there just always make for good TV for me. So I love the deal, and I can't wait to see more of it. I'm talking about a major invasion like crossover, man. So I think there again, the fans definitely going to eat this up. I'm loving it.
Now, two things on that. One, I saw Cora Jade is going to be on TNA Impact coming up, working angle over there. So it's good to get cross exposure to different audiences and to work in different buildings and in a different environment and have different producers. And I think that's what so many NXT talent who've come down to reality wrestling say they love so much. It's like, oh, it's just different. It's a different vibe. You're learning a different way. And so I think they're going to have that opportunity. But also, if we have a big TNA match, let's say, like we have a throwback act come through. Maybe the Hardys are working Hank and Tank, like we said before. Would we maybe potentially possibly see the return of, on commentary, Black Snow? Like, could Black Snow come back in a TNA crossover? We could have Black Snow and Booker T maybe on the commentary desk. I don't know. I'm just fantasy booking here.
At the same time.
At the same time.
That sounds interesting. It does sound interesting. You know what I mean? But I don't know. This Black Snow and that Black Snow is two different snows. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Like, you could make some room on the desk. Like, it would be you, Booker T, Vic, and then, you could just like put Black Snow in Corey Graves' place.
Anyway, so many people still want to see Black Snow, and I'm like, bro, come on. It was one night only, bro. Black Snow have left the building. Okay. I'm serious. Nah, man.
Chet Lemon could come back too. You know what I mean?
Could come back. But no, I would love to sit down at the desk with my big homie, though. That would be good. I always have so much fun hanging out with Kevin Nash. Kevin's been in the news a lot lately too, my big homie. But nah, man, crossover, NXT, WWE, I'm all in for it. As far as the one big crossover match that you would want to see with TNA and WWE, who would that be?
You know what? Somebody said it in the chat, or maybe you said it, but Obafemi and Moose.
Boom.
That's a great matchup right there.
It's a great matchup. It's a great matchup, man. It definitely sells the house. I don't care where we go. That match is definitely going to sell the house. And that's what, like I say, for me, I think I'm going to love out of this relationship more than anything, being able to see guys, because I got so much praise from Moose. He's come to reality wrestling so many times. He's always been so easy to work with. I want to see a guy like Moose actually get a chance to get that shot. And there again, like I say, there's so many more in TNA that deserve that shot. But if one person that really deserve a shot on a WWE stage under bright lights, and that's Moose. Give Moose a shot. We got to take a break, guys. Stick around. You're inside the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey there, beach babes and beach bros. Are you ready to soak up the summer vibes and strut out with your ultimate beach bod? Well, good news, because our friends over at Manscaped have got you covered from head to toe.
Oh, yeah, Brad. We're talking about the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the all-in-one grooming kit that's a total game changer for your summer look, man. With Manscaped, you're not just grooming, you're unlocking confidence you need to turn heads this beach season. Oh, yes.
That's right, Booker. And we're talking 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. And because you're listening to us, you get a special deal, 20% off plus free shipping with the code Booker at manscaped.com. Let's make this summer your smoothest one yet.
Man, let me tell you about the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. This bad boy got a summer makeover. It's waterproof, perfect for those splashy pool parties and beach hangouts. And don't get me started with the Weed Whacker 2.0 for those pesky nose and ear hairs.
Oh, and after you trim, you've got to try the Crop Soother Ball Aftershave Lotion. Say goodbye to chafing and hello to comfort all day long. Plus, the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant, absolute must-have for those hot, sunny days.
Hey, and don't forget, every purchase comes with a little extra free Boxers 2.0 Midnight Bravo. Talk about comfort and style that fits like a dream. You're gonna love it, I guarantee.
So what are you waiting for? Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Booker at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code Booker.
Yeah, the summer sun is here to stay, so trust Manscaped and keep you looking and feeling cool.
Jump on this deal, y'all, and stay groomed this summer with Manscaped. Your beach bod deserves the best.
Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. Hey, man, big ups to Kansas City and Philly heading to the Super Bowl. Who you got?
You know what? I think Philadelphia is gonna be their year this time. You know what I mean? I think that, look, Kansas City is a great team. They have a phenomenal defense, and I think their offense has been lacking just a little bit this year. I mean, they won that game last night, but not by a lot. You know what I mean? They barely got through it. You know, some bad last minute, 2-minute kind of offense from the Buffalo Bills, or that game could have been a different story. So I feel like the Jalen Hurts and them boys over there in Philadelphia have what it takes to get it done. What do you think?
Yeah. Hey, man, three-peat, my
They're
home.
going to do it?
Bro, those guys, they find a way to win. Andy Reid find a way to win. Patrick Mahomes, when you think he's down and out, he finds a way to win. They are a hell of a team. I'm serious.
They're phenomenal, yes.
Travis Kelce seems to be able to get open, so easily. And he doesn't seem to be that elusive when you're just watching it. But somehow, some way, yeah, he finds a way. I don't know, man. Jalen Hurts. I love to see that brother cash in and win a Super Bowl. You know who I feel bad for more than anything, though? Josh Allen. Josh Allen, man, he's been
hell of a season.
Man, hell of a season, man. He did everything he possibly could do to try to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, he used his legs when he needed to. He threw the ball when he needed to. I mean, he played his behind off. Tied, torn, ragged, and worn. He was like a warrior, man, like a soldier on that field, but came up just a little bit short again against that team, man. Kansas City Chiefs, man. I think they're gonna three-peat.
I mean, I would love to see it. I appreciate greatness whenever whenever it's happening, and there's no doubt about Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Andy Reid and that triumvirate they have over there in Kansas City has been working for him. But you know what's weird? How old do you think Patrick Mahomes is? Do you know how old he is?
Late 20s.
Late 20s is what I actually thought he was kind of a little bit older than that. I thought he was maybe like 32, 33. He's 29 years old, so he is late 20s, and you just wonder how much. Because to me, he already looks like he's slowing just a little bit. Not a lot, but noticeable. He's not as mobile in the pocket anymore. He doesn't want to really take those running lanes when he has the opportunity to. And you just wonder, how long can he sustain the reign? I'm not hating on him at all, but I don't see him playing to 45 like Brady.
It doesn't matter. I mean, he could retire tomorrow. You know what I mean? And he'll be all-time great. He really will be. I mean,
for sure.
If he three-peat, that put him
in the conversation.
He put his self in Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? So my thing is, nah, man, this dude, I don't care if he slow down another step or a step and a half. He still seems to be just that much better than everybody else in the league on game day.
I don't disagree with you, man. I mean, but I just feel like this is do or die for Jalen. This is do or die as far as getting there again, having to lose again, and tasting that defeat. I know it's happened before. You go back to who was it? Jim Kelly, going to the Super Bowl with Buffalo Bills 4 times, never getting the job done. So it happens with guys, but I just don't want that for my man Jalen Hurts. I feel like he's such a great talent, and I just don't want it to be one of those timing things, because sometimes, like the time you come in the league, whether that be the NFL, the NBA, or even the WWE, the time that you come in, depending on what other talent is out there, is kind of determinative of how your career could go. Look at Charles Barkley. We talk as Charles Barkley is one of the greatest of all time. No championships. It's just because he was playing in the same time as Michael Jordan. Had Michael not been around, perhaps Charles would have been able to get him a chip or two. So I want to see Jalen get that so he can get that off his back, and we can talk about him and his greatness, and not, but can he get the job done?
Yeah. Like I said, I definitely want to see him get it done. I definitely
Now speaking though, getting the job done, I want to get some Royal Rumble talk in before we go to our super chats, because the super chats are lighting up. We got our hour show today, so this is our penultimate segment. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble. We have a men's Rumble, women's Rumble. You got Cody versus KO for the title, but I wanted to go over some of the odds with you of who's going to win the Royal Rumble. Do you want to hear what this is according to sportsbookreview.com? Do you want to hear the odds for the Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to just go the top 7 names in the men's Royal Rumble. The odds-on favorite, as it stands right now, this could change at any moment, but the odds-on favorite to win the 2025 Royal Rumble in Indianapolis, Indiana, is Seth freaking Rollins at -200. He's the top favorite. John Cena comes in at second with -150 odds. CM Punk is also at -150. There's been a lot of money coming in on Punk recently. Roman Reigns is +125. The Rock is +600. Randy Orton +800, and Brock Lesnar at +1,000. We don't know if Randy, Rock, or Brock are going to be in the Royal Rumble, but we do know Reigns, Punk, Cena, Rollins, LA Knight's going to be in there. We know there's several big names. Rey Mysterio is going to be in there. I think probably your man Jacob Fatu is going to be in there. What do you see? Are you surprised by these odds here in the Royal Rumble of -200? Seth Rollins is the favorite.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, but I really think in the Rumble this year, we're going to get a total unexpected win from somebody that you least likely expect to win the Royal Rumble. That's my prediction. And the reason I say that is because we're in a different time now. We're not working under the old regime. This is something totally different now. So I can see having this moment to make that mega star that you was talking about. Who is it going to be? That's the question.
Well, I like the idea of it being somebody unexpected. Now, the way that it normally goes in the Royal Rumble, the top star powers are the ones that most likely are going to win. Now, I've been someone who said John Cena would be a great person to win the Royal Rumble in his final Royal Rumble ever. But you know what? At the same time, is that the best for the story? Not really sure. As far as CM Punk, a lot of money's coming in on CM Punk. A lot of people saying, he beat Seth Rollins first night on Netflix. He said he's coming for the gold. He actually made reference to that a few times, even made reference to, giving you a shout out during a promo about coming for the World Heavyweight Championship. We'll see, man. I don't know. I don't know if Punk needs to win the Royal Rumble and needs to be the world champion, but perhaps he should. Maybe he's the guy. And then it's like, how do you beat Roman? How is Roman in the Rumble and not winning it? And then I've seen this crazy fan theory of, yes, there's 30 people in the Royal Rumble, but The Rock's going to come out 31 because he's the final boss and he makes all the decisions. Yeah, I've seen all these crazy theories.
Hey, man, but
it's unpredictable, and that's kind of what I like. I don't really know.
I tell you what, I'll be on the beach and I'll be watching it. How about that?
Well, I'll tell you what. I think we're going to be in the studio watching it for ESPN. So cancel those plans.
I'll be on the beach
call and cancel that reservation.
Be on the beach after. I mean? Yeah.
Okay, you'll go to the beach after. But we'll see what happens in the Rumble. But this has always been my favorite show of the year, and I love the years where you don't really know who's going to win, because sometimes you would look and you're like, Cena's winning this thing, like I don't think Santino's going to pull it off this year. You know what I mean? But in 2025, with the stacked card that we have with the roster and the men and the women's, it's up for anybody's grab. So that's why I want to go over to the women right now, because this one I think is a little bit more unpredictable. But here's our top, let's say 5 here for the women. We have Charlotte Flair as the odds-on favorite, though, at +200. So not a huge favorite, but a favorite nonetheless. Becky Lynch coming in at number 2 at plus 250. Io Sky at plus 350. Bianca Belair is at plus 500. And rounding out the top 5 is Jade Cargill at
Well, I know we
plus
need to get to these
600.
super chats because we got about 2 minutes left.
We got
All
one
right.
more segment after this.
You sure?
Yes.
I thought this was 4.
Oh, we got one more.
My bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Charlotte Flair coming back. I think she would be the odd-on favorite.
Yeah. And how do you not want to see Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton, at WrestleMania?
Well, I mean, that's the marquee match. That's the money match. I think if we were gonna, see two go at it at WrestleMania on that stage, just to see how good Tiffany Stratton really truly is at this stage of the game. So young in the business, still in her infancy stages. One would say. She's so good at this level. And I'm going to tell you right now, to be able to go in the ring with Charlotte Flair, to be able to test wits and in-ring prowess with Charlotte Flair, I'm going to tell you right now, that's a life lesson. It's a life lesson in professional wrestling for somebody like Tiffany Stratton. And I'm going to tell you, man, it will definitely be a highlight moment for Tiffany.
It'd be a massive moment, and I think that there's a big probability that might happen. I also think we're going to see Jordan Grace in the Royal Rumble. I hope we see my girl Jade Cargill back in the Royal Rumble. And I'm also hearing some rumblings that we might see the return of a WWE Hall of Famer, Nikki Bella, in the Royal Rumble. There's a lot of smoke around that on the internet right now, so we'll see what happens.
I'll tell you, man, making these returns, it's scary, man. It's scary. Right now. How long Nikki been out? She's been out?
Several years, 5, man. 6, 7 years.
I want to see it. Hey, guys, stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back. Stick around. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about Game Time, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and Game Time is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, Game Time has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
And guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With Game Time, you can see images of your seat before you buy it. So no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. Game Time guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section in row for less elsewhere. Game Time will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, Book.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose Game Time. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous, Book. So guys, don't miss out. Check out Game Time now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code BOOKER for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price. Guarantee. Oh, yes. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. We're just talking a little Royal Rumble, but I want to remind everybody, WWE LFG Legends and Future Greats is going to be airing February 16th on A&E. Don't miss your boy. Check it out. Because guess what? I'm winning. Myself, Bubba Ray, Mickey James, as well as The Undertaker will be competing for supremacy. Who's the best coach? Who's the best coach in the world? I say I.
The BT, man. I'm excited for how it's looking for LFG Legends and Future Greats coming to A&E. But you know what, Book? We got to get into our super chats. But before we do, one more thing. I want to plug Reality Wrestling YouTube channel. Numbers are up. Numbers are up everywhere. You know what I mean? Millions of views in the last week. Of course, 10,000 subscribers joined in the last
subscribers.
10,000 in the last couple of weeks. And we really appreciate it. If you haven't seen Street Justice, Zilla Fatu versus Booker T, it's available right now on the Reality Wrestling YouTube channel. Make sure you go over there, like it, share it, comment on it. You know what I mean? And let's make sure that we continue to see that video rise in the rankings. But Booker, you ready for a couple of super chats?
Let's do it, man. Super chat.
All right, this comes from Mike Woodson. Hey guys, love the show. Book, you said you was in a gang called the Smurfs. Was y'all's motto beat them to their black and blue?
That's pretty close. That's pretty close. We should have put that on a t-shirt. I'm serious, man.
Beat them to the black and blue.
Bro, the Smurfs,
like
man, we was bad. We was bad, man. South Park, Texas. Shout out to all the old Smurfs that's still running around out there.
Smurfette, what's up, girl? Big Breezo. Big Breezo.
Super chat.
Wrestling has been dope. I love Booker's commentary.
Hey, man. I'm having a lot of fun, man. I'm having a lot of fun doing the commentary thing. I'm going to stick around as long as I possibly can. You know, I know we got Corey Graves, you know, in the booth now. So I don't know how long I'm going to be around that. You know what I mean? But I'm going to stick around as long as I can. Let's just say that.
Are you saying Corey's trying to take your job again?
Well, you know, last time he stole my job. He stole it.
Right.
And we had beef. This time, some just might pop off. Let's just say that. Some just might pop off if people don't get their act together quick. How about that? Huh? How about that?
We'll see what happens. I'm here for it all.
When I say quick, I mean quick. All right. Feel me?
What do you think about, because I feel like you said this before, you're not like a traditional wrestling commentator. Here's a collar and elbow tie up, center of the ring, other down for the thing count. You know, you do it your way. Yeah. But you get, I feel like this commentary run, you've gotten more love than you've ever gotten in commentary before. Because there was one time, weren't you voted like by the Observer or something, like worst announcer or something?
I think I was voted that just last year.
Wait, what? You can tell those people don't know what the hell they're talking about.
No, I do gotta say.
You know why? They never had a Scotty with that Cholula green, man. They never had it. They never been close to a Scotty like that.
You don't know what that is, man. Come on. Are you kidding me? But nah, man. Different flavor, different style. This run has been, I think, my best run as far as commentary, as far as love. You know, from the Twitter sphere, especially, man. Especially as sometimes, you know, I check after a night's work. And after Tuesday night's work, I check Twitter just to see what they're talking about. Just peek in for a second, you know, because sometimes, man, they might be burying you. But no, man, I love it. Either way, man, I love it. It's been a hell of a run for me. Almost 3 years now. In
That's
NXT.
crazy.
3 years.
I won't put it in context, but the real ones are gonna know. But there's a thing you did the other week. This is all you did, and it was the highlight of the night. You went, highlight of the week. You weren't even saying nothing, but you were saying everything. And you were saying what we were thinking.
I'm the only one who can get away with that too. You know, that's what's crazy. And you know what? She's extended it. It used to be like 3 times. Now it's like 5.
Wait, she looked at you the last show before she did it.
Oh, wow.
You didn't notice that?
Oh, man, I'm working, man. I'm working. Oh, man. I'm getting it over there. It's time to get it over even more. Time to put more on it. Let's go.
Let's keep it going. Predictions for men and women's Royal Rumble winners. We talked about it a little bit.
I said it's going to be an unexpected entry. It's going to be somebody totally least likely to, you know, go out. Not least likely for you to think he could actually win it, but the guy that's just going to slip in there and win it and become a player overnight. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know who that guy is going to be right now, but that's the guy who's going to win the Rumble. Not the usual suspects.
I really hope you're right about that. You know, if I have to pick, I mean, look, I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna think John Cena's gonna do it here, and then for the women, I'm gonna just say Roxanne Perez because that's what I want to have happen. Put it out in the atmosphere. Callie Toenail.
Give us some wrong, bro. Oh yeah.
Callie Toenail says Charlotte Flair wins because it's Charlotte Flair. CM Punk, The Rock, or Wild Card Solo Sikoa. each for various outcomes. Well, that's not a bad prediction,
Not a
Callie.
bad prediction at all. I mean, Charlotte Flair is almost you would think a shoe in, but
Yeah, it's like
anything.
almost
But like I
automatic.
said, I really believe anything can happen today in today's WWE. I just think it's so different than it was just last year, just 2 years ago. It's totally different, man, and you can feel it. You can feel it at every
For sure.
show. You can feel it, and it's getting bigger, stronger, and faster, and I love it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I agree. Charlotte Flair is a always pretty safe bet. This next one,
Super.
Eric Lockwood says top 3 underrated NXT: Dempsey, Briggs, Page. Agree? Underrated.
I wouldn't necessarily say Dempsey's underrated. Briggs, or Ethan. I just think they just got to have their chance to get their moment. Charlie Dempsey, he's still got a ways to go. Josh Briggs, he's still got a ways to go. These guys are a work in progress. They're like on the job training. Ethan Page is a veteran. That guy, he has all the tools to break out and go to the main roster and do something, but you wouldn't want him to get lost in the shuffle on the main roster also. So I think him being at NXT is a great thing. He's almost like a player coach in a lot of ways. And he fits in perfectly at NXT as well.
Yeah, and to me, underrated. I would have to really look at the roster and figure out who's underrated, because I think right now everybody's really getting their props in NXT. And the real ones know.
Dempsey's getting his props. Briggs, right now he's getting his props. He's doing the thing with the Japanese kid. Can't think of his name right now. They're trying to find a spot for him.
Yeah, so we got a few more super chats here before we wrap things up for the day. This is from Eric Lockwood again. Book, is it me or Brad look like the NXT announcer? I look better than the NXT announcers. What are they talking about?
Which one? Corey Graves?
Way better than him. This is a Hermes tie. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Tattoos. You know what I mean?
I'll just tattoo "happy to be here" on my forehead.
Well, you definitely don't look like Vic. I can tell you that. Vic is one of the ugliest men I ever.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, wait. Hey, look, man. Shout out to Vic Joseph. Vic Joseph. And you know what? He got a beautiful wife. Outkicked his coverage. He's a great dude. But, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do my man Vic like that. That was wrong.
Vic's my man.
No, man. I feel you. I had some jokes last night at the Road Wars. I was afraid the boys were going to pull me aside and start chopping me up last night. John, what'd you say?
No, it was awesome, man.
Yeah, the Road Wars was fun.
Yeah.
John JID 999. Row has been on fire. Shout out to everyone in the Row Wards. That's what we were just talking about. What country are y'all most excited for WWE to hit up next? Mexico, possibly Japan and the Tokyo Dome? Ooh, a Mexico show would be awesome.
I would pick like someone like Japan. That would be a huge moment for WWE to actually go in and take a big show to Japan and really pull that off. That would be huge for the boys as well, just because working in front of that crowd, I could only imagine working in front of that crowd in the Tokyo Dome. Man, people go totally different than they were back in the 90s when I went. It would be nuts for the WWE to be able to invade Tokyo as well. I'm talking about with the banners and all that stuff, in the city. It would be so freaking sick, and I've worked in Mexico. We ain't going back.
Well, you know what? Maybe you could work in the Gulf of America. Gulf of America. It'd be a great place to work. We're gonna go to our last super chat of the day before we have to get out of here. Denisha Lane says, "Hey Booker T, I'm excited for NXT tomorrow night. ATL. Do you think Zilla will join the WWE in the future? Booker T still kicking butt."
Hey man, Denisha look like she's been working out. Oh man,
she's holding weight.
I'm serious.
She's holding some dumbbells.
No man,
there's a workout video going on behind her. He shouldn't have it going on.
Oh my God! Stay ready, stay ready. So you ain't gotta get
one
ready.
more for that.
But no, man, Zillify too. He's gonna be prime for the WWE when he gets there. I mean, I just talked to him about WWE and making that move. And one thing about this kid, he's not in a rush or anything to make it. But trust me, when he make it, he's going to make the biggest impact that you have seen from any young star to come along in this business, perhaps in the last 30 years.
Yeah. Wow, that's huge praise. That's huge praise. So we'll see what the future holds. I know we're short on time, so let me do my last one right here. Eric Lockwood. Pretty Deadly could use a Cornette-style manager, and Nico Vance reminds me of one of the Road Warriors. Okay.
Nico Vance, he does remind me of, a monster, man. He's a killer. It's my first time I got to get a chance to see him just last week in the ring do a thing. And I tell you, he definitely impressed me. And as far as Pretty Deadly, I can see that. I can see those guys being the modern day Midnight Express and taking it to another level with that mouthpiece. Who would it be? Who would it be? That's the question.
Yeah.
Let's just think about that. But right now, we got to get up out of here, man. We got to get up out of here. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame. Get your champagne wishes, baby, and caviar dreams. Guys, keep pushing reality of wrestling to the top. All right? Keep pushing the YouTube channel to the top. We're on our way to 900K, and it's because of you guys. Hey, Bradley, for all the heavy lifting. Until next time, peace. We love you. Booyah! And we out.